Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, the 1st of May 2015, Friday, the 1st of May, what a day, Mayday, Mayday. And the Greeks, of course, as you very well know, and it's depicted on my tie, they celebrate the Flowers' Day. I'm saying this simply, Anthesteria. Now, this Mayday, it's a Mayday for the markets. The BDI, the Baltic Dia Index, closed down 4 points at 587, which is 13 points since last week's closing at 600 points. Not very good. The BCI, the Baltic Cape Index, was up 19 points since yesterday at 574 and 29 points since last week's 545. That was the only dry size with a plus result. The Panamaxes, with the respective BPI index, was down 11 points at 647 since yesterday and minus 38 points since last week's 685. The BSI, the Supras, down 4 points at 621, down 3 points since last week's 624. And finally, the Handies, with the respective BHSI index, down 3 points at 340, down 8 points since last week's 348 points. Not a nice picture. It seems that owners are paying an average of $2,000 per day from their own coffers to keep their donuts running. Very, very serious situation. The wets were down 14 points, the BDTI, the dirty index, at 754, and that was also a minus 30 points since last week, 784 points. And equally, we had again a strange market with the cleans. There were 606 plus 7 since the last closing, and down, I repeat, I'm sorry, the cleans were up 7 points at 606, but down 11 points since last week's 617 points. Not a nice overall picture. So I have to say that again we reiterate the view that shipping is becoming the shipping for the very, very few. Don't forget this message. We're coming now to the geopolitics affecting the industry. In Ukraine, I said last week, the situation is entering phase 3. Odessa might become the next focal point, and Russia now is beginning to flex its muscles westward. And this is very, very serious. Caution. The Greek saga, a saga known to its full extent only to the very few, will produce more tremors in the months to come, within Greece and outside Greece. Whatever the results, both sides are playing games against the interests of the entire peoples of Europe. This is very, very serious. An asymmetrical hit will give the solution, believe you me. It doesn't mean that all the Eurozone members are right and the Greek side is wrong. This is pure nonsense, you know. You need two in a tango. But equally, we have to admit that the current Greek regime's way of negotiating, well, let's say that I have proved wrong. It's not the right one. On any count, this is not a way to negotiate. What you have promised to your voters before you're being elected to government is one thing. What are your obligations is yet another. So, it has been a scam for 41 years. We repeat this, and I'm sure you will read within the written section of this reporting. For 41 years, nobody is throwing good money after bad. For 41 years, since 1974, the Greek regimes have been boring and boring and boring. And nobody stopped this boring, and particularly the lenders. It is the lenders to blame because they knew it. They wanted, for various reasons, geopolitical if you like, to fatally wound Greece and then do their own games. But the Greeks, as you all know from history, have other agendas. Not this government, but you never know what's going to come up. Let's now move to other regions of the world and issues. The migrants issue, a great hypocrisy. We must stop this. I invite you to read our last week's statements about immigration. The UK elections in a few days is coming up. On the 7th, in 6.5 days' time, we will know who is going to win the elections. We do not see an overwhelming majority. There will be a coalition, but just, hold your breath. Nepal, well, that was tsunami on ice. That was a devastating earthquake, and, you can't go against nature's force. Of course, you can improve other issues, construction, etc., but that was a disaster. Nasty things happening in Baltimore. Africa in turmoil. The Greek Shipping Hall of Fame was one of the greatest ever events, and I'm sure many got the message. Many conferences are coming up, as we're south in Europe, in Greece now. The ExpoSec Security is coming up this coming week on the 5th and 6th of May at the Ledra Marriott Hotel. Very, very important. We should see there issues about piracy, terrorism, immigration, and many more other issues. Again, we have another event, Intertago's 44th anniversary, happening at the Lagonisi Resort, a very, very important event which is coming up on the 19th to 22nd of May. And finally, you've got the Expo in Greece, again on the 21st to the 22nd of May in Piraeus, ports, etc., etc. This is a very, very important issue to come. Check our upcoming events and in your diaries accordingly. With this, now note the summer is beginning. Visit Greece, visit the amazing Greek islands, and visit Britain. The two ends of maritime Europe, with all due respect to the other maritime nations in the world and in Europe in particular, but the United Kingdom and Greece and the United Kingdom are ruling the waves. Britannia rule the waves, Greece rule the waves. Enjoy the long weekend. Tonight have great fun, 1st of May, and unwind during the bank holiday coming up on Monday the 4th of May. This is John Faraclas from allaboutshipping.co.uk in Athens. Over and out.